Welcome back to the archive. Come and have a look what we've got up here. So we're just going to do a little flick through the Adicolor series. This is just a poster that I found from it. These were a Foot Locker exclusive series from the Adicolor, where they did a city series. So you've got, what have you got? You've got Manhattan, New York, Bronx, Staten Island, Brooklyn, wherever that is, in New York. It says it here, it's got the old Foot Locker exclusive emblem. Something me and Will were saying yesterday that you don't really see anymore, or that you don't really see at all, particularly Foot Locker exclusives, just like JD and whatever else. They're a bit of a thing of the past. So this whole series was from 2006. I'll show you the back of the box. It was like a full collectible, artist, shops, designers, everybody had to go on this series. So if you look at the back of the box, this is a breakdown of everything which came within this series. So you've got a white series, a red series, a blue series, a yellow series, green series, pink series, and a black series. And some of those go from run-of-the-mill stuff at the bottom, which has no limitation to it. It was just a completely unnumbered general release. Everybody could get them. And then as it moves up the list, the pairs and the pieces get rarer and rarer. With a lot of the pieces on the top, the numbers being around, if not all of them, 1,000. Then as you come down, 1,500, 5,000, 2,500, 5,000, 2,500, 25,000, 10,000. So still pretty rare, but your top two decks are the rarest of the two. Or your top two, or even your top three decks, probably, are the rarest. So you've got people like Crooked Tongs did a section, Keith Haring did a section, Woodward, Vice, Emilio Pucci. What else have you got? Huff, Panini, Toy Tour, Black Tiger Studio for Styles, J Money for Dave's Quality Meat, DQM, Dark Horse Comics. Then you've got like a character series, so there's Mr. Happy, Kermit, Miss Piggy, who else is there? Betty Boop, and then they go through the superstars. So there's a mix of shoes from Adicolor lows, Adicolor highs, and a lot of superstars. So I'm just going to do like a little flick through of, I don't know, a few pairs of each. A lot of people probably won't like the Adicolor highs for its shape. I don't mind it, but... So these are Adicolor Y3, sorry, Adicolor Y2. Taro Okamoto, guessing a Japanese designer. Adicolor high, there's only 5,000 pair of these, so pretty rare. Come with some funky inner soles on the top, and then you get, well, you get everything. So they're all Velcro, and then you get these patches what you can stick all over the shoe. Spare laces, pretty funky spare lace too. And yeah, they're a full Velcro upper. They're insane. And they've got some badges on this side and on that side. And then they've got his name at the back. I'm guessing that's his logo. Super cool pair, well thought out. Even they're cool that you can stick your badges back on there so you don't lose all your badges. And they don't actually look too bad in yellow. Sometimes the leather version, it doesn't look that nice, but I think they look okay. And I'm not really a high top guy, but I do like them. And like we say, they're rare. What did I say? 2,500 pairs? Sorry, 5,000 pairs. So worldwide, that's pretty rare. To say this collection wasn't limited to Europe or UK, it was worldwide, so 5,000 worldwide is pretty scarce. And because when this pack came out, there was a few collectors getting it, and it was definitely aimed at collectors with the nature of stuff on the back of the box, and you can even tick little sections on the back of the box, like in the corners where you can mark them off. So although it was aimed at collectors, a lot of people just generally wore them, so a lot of pairs just got kind of worn, chucked away, and then nobody really stored them. There were so many different ones at that time, and they were really flooding the market with them, and a lot of people were enjoying them. That, yeah, I think a lot got worn and thrown away. I've not looked into it, but I don't think many people have got much of the there will be Adicolor collectors, but I don't know if many people kept them all as fresh as what a lot of these are, because I think pretty much every one of these, I think there's nearly 45 pairs here, something like that, or 40 pairs, and every one of them is still fresh. And there's some in the house loft as well. These are all the tracksuits, got loads of them in the house loft and loose, and then these are the trainers. So yeah, and like the back of the tracksuit, this is G2. That's a bit of a layout of the whole collection, but this is the G2 Peter Savile tracksuit. So the first suit, there's only 2,500 of these. My hands are relatively clean, so I can get this out. I only say that because it's an all white. We've got it twice and all. So there's 2,500 and we've got two of. So this is how it comes. Comes with this pin badge, #1 suit. This is the trackie. Don't want to fully unfold it, but it's basically as it is. Size medium. Still got the tag on it. G2 Green Series Peter Savile. The shoes for these as well. Yeah, so you've got the top inside there, and then you've got the bottoms as well, and they have a really nice detail on them. Bit Virgil-esque, to be honest, where it mentions what they are in like a bit of a rubber kind of logo. Really cool, straight fit. They fit really baggy, because I think that says tracksuit on the bottom. I'm sure this has one on the arm. Yeah, there you go. Nice little detail. And whilst we're here, may as well, because I think they're here. Seems about right. Yeah, there we go. That's why we've got two shoes. From 110 to 35. So there's definitely pairs in this collection that people weren't bothered about. This one must have been one of them. But again, pretty cool. You got this says #1 shoe, like that says #1 tracksuit. It's pretty much all plain, #1 shoe. And this says, reverse the right to adjust the design. And you got all of those on here, and then this one says, concept relevance for lifestyle consumer. Which, to say this was nearly 20 years ago, kind of knew what he was on about back then, didn't he? Let's see if I can get that one. Are they all in line? So, not many different numbers on these. So the trackie has 5,000. Sorry, the trackie's 2,500, and the shoes has 5,000 of them worldwide. And we've got 2 of the shoes and 2 of the tracksuit. Some would say it's a bit greedy, but as I said, you know, it's not bad. I probably wouldn't rock it, but 20 years ago, pretty tough set, really. They've stayed all right. That sole can go a little bit. They seem really nice and plush, and he has worn those at some point. Some parts of this collection which is evident looking at it now that didn't sell very well. So we've got 3 of the BL2 tracksuits, we've got 4 of the Y3 Panini tracksuit, and I'll say that because that's bright yellow and that's baby blue, so it probably wasn't particularly popular. Probably same with the shoes. Some of the shoes have got double ups. Now we've got the G2 3 times. 1, 2, 3. We've got the Y2 twice. We've got the Y3 twice. What else we got? Let's have a look. BL2. Yeah, so BL2, this is a graffiti artist called C. Adams. C-E-Y and then Adams. The shoes limited to 5,000. Trackie limited to 2,500. Get an abundance of spare laces, both nice colours with the C. And then his number was 62. And decent paper, you've got his tag here, different graphics. They're a full suede upper again. Sale from 100 down to 55 from Aspecto. A lot of people won't have seen that sticker for a while. Someone asked me about some Aspecto stuff the other day. C. Adams. That one's yellowed up a little bit, probably where the paper's been rested on the graphic. You can see that one's not being papered down and it's fresh white. Yeah, they've got his C on the debris. They were really personalised, this whole collection. If you got a chance to be able to do one, I'm pretty comfortable in saying you obviously had to stick to whatever colour series you got put on. But I think you had full freedom other than that. Some people went wild, some people kept it subtle. Like he got full graphics on the side of it printed on. BL4 Tron, I think that was a cartoon, that. 25,000 of those, we'll get to them one day. I don't really know, bro. I'll show you. No, I think he's a, is he like a superhero? It's got like his, yeah, he's there. Like a Bionic Man kind of thing. It's a Disney thing because it's got the Disney Enterprise stamped on the back. Yeah, maybe some Bionic Man. I can't really remember it. I think he's a bit before our time, Will. Well, he'll be before yours, but I think he's a bit before mine and all. Might be an 80s thing or something. We've got him anyway. We didn't go without him. So, Century Low BK3. Customization tools, look at that. So in here, I can't even remember what's in here. I don't even remember, oh, they're in there. I don't even remember what, oh yes I do, oh I do. These are the Crooked Tongs. I got really excited about that because the founder of Crooked Tongs, I speak to Steve a lot, shout out Steve B. Probably one of the most knowledgeable guys about. If you've ever read any book to do with trainers, Steve's had something to do with it. He'll not even like me shouting him out here, but any like, I'm not even going to go into it, he's your guy. I'm really happy that I've got these because I said to Steve that I didn't know if we'd got any of these, but we have. Anyway, enough of that. These are the Crooked Tongs Century Low Adidas Adicolor. Crooked Tongs don't exist anymore, unfortunately. The forum in the old store was probably the best place for UK sneaker culture and European sneaker culture. Trainer culture, should I say. So, with these, I don't know if we've got, looks like we've only got them once, but we've still got them fresh. We've got the jacket to them too. So, with these, what you can do is you can replace the tongue. So the tongue is Velcro. I don't know if it'll work. No, I have to get my hand underneath. The tongue's Velcro and you can switch the tongues out and switch the laces out. And on the tongue it says, show love and drop knowledge, which is a typical kind of ethos of Crooked Tongs. If you don't know anything about the forum, then have a little look online. Crooked Tongs forum was the place to be. If you wanted to know anything about trainers in the early 2000s to mid 2000s, you put it on the CT forum. The reason why Crooked Tongs had so many collaborations from early years, pretty much with every brand, is because they were the best place and most knowledgeable place to get any information from, and one of the best websites. When they were able to open their shop, they had the best stuff. Everyone wanted to be part of CT, including my dad. We've got all sorts of CT stuff, and like I say, I'm fortunate enough to still speak to the founding member to this day, and I've spoke to Steve for probably the past 10 or 15 years now, so I'm really happy we've got these. I'm sure he's probably got 3 or 4 sets himself, because he probably had a lot to do with the design of these, because he had a lot to do with the design of the 35th anniversary. He came up with all the promo for the 35th anniversary, which we've got stacks and stacks of over there. He was well chuffed that we got loads of it, and I'll probably tag him in some videos because he deserves it, because he was a big guy behind all of those. And yeah, he will have been a big guy to design probably these and a lot of the CT team, but I imagine Steve had a big input on these. So the jacket, which we'll get out, has this like rubberized textured kind of fabric, and the reason for that is because on the jacket you get 10 or 15 pins, big pin badges, what you can stick to the jacket. So I think they did that so you could keep popping the pin through it and it wouldn't put holes into like a cotton material. I could be wrong, correct me if I'm wrong, Steve. I'm going to actually ask you about that, so maybe we'll come back to these one day. When we do like a full Adicolor lowdown, we get everything out and we go through the whole set. I'll ask Steve so I can get some more information about these. He might even be able to send me the original drawings or information or sketches. He keeps all of that stuff, so yeah, I'll do some digging on those. Yeah, so you get all your different tongs you can put in them. So they used a base colour, black and white, and then once you change your tongue, and obviously you've got a big bunch of laces in there to go with all the different tongs. So you can choose whatever you want. You can go stealth on the black, you can go really nice mint green, which I probably go mint green. You can keep it like a canyon yellow, classic white, or purple. Such a sick idea. Again, Crooked Tongs was a shop and a forum back then, so yeah, had shoe designers within it, but mainly a shop and just a bunch of guys that had a big love for trainers and all things cool and in between. And they decided to do, like I say, keep it pretty simple, so you can always wear it speckled midsole and black upper and go crazy with your design of whatever you wanted to do. Oh, here we go. So they've got the old, well, Crooked Tongs logo, the old forum logo, and the old shop logo on the back of the tongue, which is cool. I'll have to show you that for people if you forgot what it was, or RIP Crooked Tongs. I think it went in 2016, but don't quote me on that. But I remember it was a sad day. I bought a lot off that website. Stuff went down to like 80% off. You were getting some 95s off there for 45 quid. Me and my pals, I sent the link to my mates and we all dumped out and bought a lot of stuff off the site. What I'm finding with old Adidas, I've been conscious about blowing it off so I don't want to get it on the camera, but it has this really weird storing old Adidas, sorry, it stores okay, but it has this really weird glittery stuff that seems to pop up just around the shoe. This had it on the front, and this one had a bit of it on the front. I don't know if you can see it shining in the light. I don't know what it is, maybe it's off the paper. Anyway, I've been talking about them for too long. I'm just really excited to find this pair because it would have been a sad one to have out of the collection, put it that way. The Crooked Tongs being such an important staple of UK trainer culture. And I just think, how cool is that? Look at that, customisation tools. You don't get anything like that these days. And they even thought about it, they've made the box bigger so you can slot your stuff in there. It's not like today, we'll bang out a generic box size and then they'll come smashed to bits inside because they've all been crumpled in. They've even overdone the size of the box so you can fit everything in. These come under pretty rare category. So the Crooked Tongue Century Low, there's only 5,000 of them. So it might be inside. I think it's that one that's empty. We should have got a fresher. Oh yeah. When I was saying about the rubberized material, the whole track top's rubberized. Oh, I forgot. So, such a cool idea. When I talk about, well, I don't really get buzzing about trainers anymore because I'm a bit of a grumpy old man and nobody seems to be designing much greatness anymore. Apart from Salahi Bembry, Salahi, whatever you'd say. Sorry if I pronounce that wrong, but I love your stuff. Other than that, I'm getting bored nowadays. You got 5 pin badges on the rack, one on there. So you got white, red, yellow, black, green and purple. Same to go with the shoes. And then these are little zip pullers, I think. I thought they were, that's what they look like, but how would you take that out of there? Unless it's for the bottom. No. Ah, they're there. You can change. You can pin these off and you can change out the zip pulls on your side pockets. They've got a lovely little trefoil detail. I don't know if you'll get that well. The camera's good, but it's not that good. Mixed, but fully rubberized front, so you can put your badges in. You've got CT logo galore in there. You can have some of that. Size medium. It might be, it looks like he could have worn it. And the tag isn't on there. We have got he loved this jacket particularly. So I know there is a warm one inside, we've still got the box. So this should be fresh, but such a cool design. Just simple customization. Kind of would have ticked every box for everybody. And my dad used to love this because he didn't like wearing Wearing things too many times, but if he really liked something and he could swap it out a tiny bit, that was well up his street, because then people technically wouldn't know. You'd be like, I'm sure you wore that jacket the other day. No, it were a different one. It had a black badge, or it had a yellow badge, so yeah, that suited him. There you go. CT shoes to go with the CT top. 2,500 of them, 5,000 of those. Rare.